Two pieces of paper. I'm going to call this the black one and the white one. Any of you do origami? The fine art of Japanese paper folding? You ever done that? Origami? Not a trick question. I'm not going to embarrass you. Yeah, I did origami once. I'm not going to say I'm proud of it, but I did it. No, it's okay. It's a nice thing to do. So this is the black one. This is the white one. The white piece of paper is going to represent God. He is pure, sinless, holy. There's nothing about Him that is out of whack at all. He is very sure of who He is and has every confidence in Himself. The black piece of paper, on the other hand, is going to represent us. We are fallen. We are sinful. We are separated from God. There was a time in the Garden of Eden when man and God were very close. You remember that? You read about that in the first accounts of early parts of the book of Genesis. Man and God walked together in the garden. But one day we saw that the serpent, Satan himself, came into the garden. He tempted the woman to eat fruit she was not supposed to. She gave some to her husband who was with her. He ate the fruit. They broke the one rule God had given them. Don't eat the fruit in the middle of the garden. The day you eat that fruit, you will surely die. And sure enough, they ate the fruit and they were separated from God. God in heaven, people fallen, and it's a sad situation. Friends, if the story ends there, it is a very sad situation. People, realizing that they're separated from God, did not want to be disconnected. So what people would try to do over the years, they would try to find some way where they could reconnect themselves to God. But let me ask you this. Are these two pieces of paper, are they connected to each other? Or are they simply touching? Are they simply close? They're close. You know what? Our good works in our mind can only bring us close to God. Our good works will never reattach us to God. It's the same way with church and being religious. Religion is man's attempt to reach God. You see, man cannot connect himself to a holy God. So here's what God did. God, through His Son Jesus, came, and on the cross, Jesus made a way for man's sin to be forgiven and God's righteous anger to be appeased. All of God's wrath was poured out on Jesus on the cross. I'm going to let this little black bag represent the tomb. When Jesus died on that cross, He was taken down and placed into the tomb. We just celebrated Easter, didn't we? Jesus dies on the cross. He's buried in the tomb. He's in there for how long? 3 days. Count with me to 3, would you? 1, 2, 3. What Jesus did, He's raised from the dead. And as Jesus is raised from the dead, what He had done was overcome the devil. He had come to undo, to destroy the works of the devil. And so what Jesus did, my friends, was made a way for people and God to be connected in a way that they could never do on their own.